Welcome back,
Welcome
everyone.
back.
I am so excited for today's episode because not only do we have Sam Gitlin, the let me backtrack, fitness instructor
Always first.
and founder of We the People, but I have literally known her since I was a child. So I am super, super excited to have you on.
Yes, no, I'm so glad you're
The
here. I
evolution of
also feel
Sam
like you
Yeah.
have we all have so many things going on, but I feel like you have so many things going on, but you're also so on top. No one is more on top of their shit, I feel like, than you. Like, you follow the shit up with. She sent me an email like 6 months ago and she's like, hey, just checking in. And I was like, I'm getting to it. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, I feel like you're
it's
very
called sales, sweetheart.
Okay. I feel like you're very like, but then we sent you like an inquiry or whatever, and you're like, so what's going on with this girl? I was like, what are we doing? And we're like, right, yes, come on, we got it.
Oh my God, I was so excited.
Yes, I know, but I just feel like you're very like
and
on
also
your
very-
shit.
Thank you. I try. Thank
very
you.
humble. Like,
Yeah,
I
thank
feel
you.
like, there's a lot of people.
I'm just kidding.
There's a lot of people who like they start something and they're like, I am this, but you're like, it's not for me, it's about you. And I think like you truly live and breathe like your brand, what you built, and we'll talk about it, but like you live and breathe your like mission, your vision, like that is you and it comes to life.
Thank you. That means so much to me.
Yeah. So Sam,
How the hell are you?
yeah, how's it going?
How's your week been?
We're busy, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I
busy.
bet.
We're busy. Life is busy,
Yeah.
as you know. That's what we were just talking about. But
Yes.
yeah. Weekend's been going good. We had a writer's quadrant yoga.
Nice.
this
Do you know what
morning.
that is?
No.
I had no idea.
Okay. You
Lay it
guys,
on me.
Fourth Wing is the thing. It is.
What's Fourth Wing?
It's a book.
Oh.
Rebecca Yaros. Love you. Love you. Hi.
We'll tag her in this
Sponsor us.
portion. We'll tag her
We're
in this
tagging
portion
you.
of this.
Yeah, it's a book.
Okay.
And that's, we did a workshop today, me and Emily Kiefer. She's awesome. She's Yoga Chicago in books.
Okay.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like you know her, no?
Yeah, I know of her. I
Yeah.
don't know her personally, but yeah.
It's like the
Wonderful.
fitness world, so small, but
It is,
so
but
big.
So big, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, not everybody. Most people are just fantastically amazing.
Yes.
So, and it's like so great to like, the circle's so small and it's so great to like know everyone and you could like, well, you know everybody. Literally everybody knows you.
But so I feel like you're really immersing yourself
Yeah.
in like this fitness space, like truly. Do you not feel that?
I mean, yeah, but like I do feel that now, but also, I mean, I've been an instructor for 15 years.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Like,
But
you know.
but you also like I feel like now there's a bit of like, okay, I have to go and like outreach and whatever, but like you teach because you love it. Not
Yes.
for like fame or whatever.
I do get that vibe from you too. Like, there are, I feel like, people who teach and it's just a job for them and whatever. But even in like, you and I had a call like a while ago and just like you talking a little bit about yourself, I do feel that like you love instructing. Like, that is like a
Thank you.
passion of yours.
and
Which you
she's
don't,
good.
which you
I'm
don't
not
get
gonna
from
lie.
anyone. A lot
Thank
of people.
you.
She's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. But
I think that like that is my whole heart. Like
Yeah.
I love to teach, and that's why I always say like yoga instructor first or fitness instructor first. I teach everything. But
she does it all.
just do it all. just add it to the list. No, but honestly, like that is my passion, is teaching and supporting other people, I would say, is my like main goal and like my passion in life. And that's what I want to come across in my classes. And I always say, like, when people are like, oh, I loved your class, and I'm like, I love doing it. And I hope that that's what shows. Like,
Yeah.
every class, like even the classes that like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I don't
I
even want to
can't
show
even
up
believe
to.
I have to be here. Yeah.
100%. Like, those are like the best class. Like you feel the love when you're in the room of like what you are giving back to like other people in the community around you, and they like show you the love back with
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
And there's nothing for me that's like more fulfilling than that.
Where do you think that stems from? Like as a child, which is funny because I'm like, I literally knew you as a child. But like, where do you think that
I have
stems
baby
from?
pictures of
like,
Jordan.
I know. Like
Literally.
fitness
Let's look at
instructing
those.
I
and
should have brought a few.
Literally,
and
I'd
like,
like to
be
see you with
here.
your little ringlet curly hair
Oh, yeah.
popping
Oh,
around.
like I have like the cutest little pictures of her and my little sisters all in matching bikinis and like
Literally.
standing there and oh my God.
well, like you were big in cheerleading when you were
Yeah.
younger. Like, do you think that catapulted your fitness industry, like fitness journey, or what got you into fitness and the care for others?
Well, yeah. So like I was in cheerleading, so obviously like that group activity always
Yeah.
like sat with me. And then like when I started college, really what got me into it is like mental health.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
and I
man.
think that that's a big journey that most of
A
us
lot of people,
instructors take.
For sure.
I mean, if you ask a lot of us instructors, that's the reason we got into fitness is our own mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just became a passion for us, and like it benefited us so much that we wanted to give that back to the world around us, and like that's how I feel like a lot of instructors got their start, and myself included. It was a mental health thing.
How did you transition from like post-college or career into full-time teaching?
Yeah, did you have a career and then you went full
Yeah,
fitness?
just
Okay.
for like a year or two.
What were you doing?
I did like medical sales right when I got out of college,
girl.
and I got my teacher training then.
Okay.
So I was like, I did core power teacher training when I was, I think like 23 or 24. So I like just gotten out of college, moved downtown with my best friend. We like were in an apartment here, and I was actually reverse commuting back to the suburbs and doing like medical sales.
Which that work-life balance ain't always great either, like depending on the company and stuff. So
No, totally. So, and again, I was like commuting. So it's like, that's an hour there and an hour back. That like, yeah.
Gross.
So that was,
in this city, an hour there and an hour
back.
back is 6.5 hours
And
total.
then I was making sure I got my yoga in, which I always do. So like I was making sure. So then I was like doing that, like literally 6 a.m., getting home at like, and then going to like class.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of knew that I wanted to do teacher training. I started doing teacher training, and then from there on out, like I made my way into teaching. And like I said, I've been teaching for now 14 years. So
Yeah, how has your journey changed? Because you like teach so many different formats.
I do teach a lot of different formats, or I have over the years, I should say. They're all fun. I enjoy every single one of them.
Yeah.
The way like my journey has changed, I mean, obviously it's completely different. I don't give, can I swear?
Yes.
Please fucking do
Fuck
it.
shit.
I don't give a fuck anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I used to care if people came in late, and I used to be like, they're coming in late, or the
Yeah.
like whatever time you can get, whatever you can only get in 50 minutes, I want you to have that 50 minutes.
Yeah.
That 50 minutes is better than nothing. Like
100%.
I understand some people like try to come in and try to be respectful, obviously. Like I hope
don't
that, and like
stomp and throw your mat down, and yeah.
correct. There's a way to come in late. There's a way to leave early. Like, so I feel like, I don't know, you start to kind of realize what's important and what's not as you grow throughout life and throughout your teaching. And that's what it's all about. Like your yoga practice is a reflection of your life. So as you grow throughout your yoga practice, you're growing throughout your life too. Things that you care about, things that like little changes, little adjustments that you make, you're going to make them throughout your everyday life too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like out of all the formats, yoga's like your...
Yeah. Well, that evolves over time too.
Yeah.
As I teach, yes, yoga is definitely my strength. I've been teaching for 14 years.
Yeah.
I've been teaching strength for 3 years. So that's a substantial difference. I take more strength classes now than I do yoga, unfortunately, and I should be not like like that's not what should be going on.
No, I mean, I think as a fitness instructor, you get into this like, I can make what I can make happen. And sometimes like you lean, I don't know, I feel like fitness changes for everybody. Like right now,
Totally.
the Pilates trend is huge. So Pilates classes are getting like so many people. Prior to that, I think like sculpt was huge.
Totally.
Where people were like, okay, I'm only doing sculpt. Like I just feel like we go in these trends.
It comes in waves, for
And I
sure.
think as an instructor too, it goes like I said to my therapist and Darius, I was like, I feel like I lost my yoga practice. Like I haven't been in it. I've been to your point, I've been doing more strength classes. I've been doing more personal training, more GTX, whatever. And I'm like, I need to get back into my yoga practice. But it's like, it's hard. It's hard as a fitness instructor to find your own time to take care of you.
And
How
to
do
go
you
to
do
classes
that?
that you want to go to and stuff like
Sorry.
that. Oh, you're so good. I take at least 4 classes a week for sure. You have to prioritize yourself. I'm also
How do
a
you do
raging
that?
bitch if I don't.
I'm insufferable.
Okay, so we talk
No,
about this
I am,
mental
yeah.
health thing, and you want to know what? Like, for me, like it doesn't go away. Like
Yeah.
this is something like a mental health thing is something that I'm going to be battling forever. I mean, it's obviously I've learned to cope and I learned to deal, and you learn to live and grow as you do.
Yeah.
And so for me, like I need to prioritize that because everything falls from there.
Yeah.
If my mental health is not good, nothing else is getting done. And if nothing else, so like what has to be step number one? Step number one needs to always be take care of you. Like
How
it
do
is
you
not selfish.
Besides going to fitness classes, how do you think that you keep up taking care of yourself? Like, is it fitness is number one? Do you
Fitness is for sure my number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't really come up with very
Is there
many
something
things. I
you-
love to read books.
Right. I
So
need to
that
read more. I have like 5 books.
I
next
can
to me.
recommend really great
And I'm like,
ones.
I need to
Rebecca
read
Yarros.
those.
Hi,
I have like 10 books on my nightstand. And I'm like, yep, I'll get to those. I will get to those.
But it is all about like finding how to take care of yourself, and everybody does it in different ways.
yeah.
Me, it's movement, like first and foremost. I love the steam room.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I
I
love.
think I'm such a
Mhm.
sauna girl.
I am a steam girl.
I love
mean, I'll do
both.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
I
No,
love if I
think
have
the
time to
steam
do
room, It like
both.
gets up my nose.
Oh my god.
Sit further. What
I'll
steam
let it get
room are you going to?
everywhere.
Sit further away from the
What do you
thing.
mean it gets up your nose?
Like, I don't know. I just like
You're
maybe
breathing in the air, right?
you know what? Maybe it's like my anxiety that like I can't see in front of me. And
Well,
it, like,
it's also
freaks
you
me
can't
out.
stay in there as long because like the steam makes it like you can't sweat in there because like you're already wet, so like your body can't sweat to like cool you down. So like you have to stay in there for a much shorter amount of time than you would like in a
I
normal
honestly
sauna.
never step in there really. I sauna.
try it
You
out.
should try it.
Okay, maybe we'll talk about it next week.
That place that we used to work at together has a good one.
Yeah, I never go in there.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
Okay.
never go.
And yeah,
What is your favorite format to teach now?
always yoga.
Still?
Yeah.
And how do you think your yoga journey has like changed? Because I feel like when you sequence a class, you're also a really good yoga mentor.
Thank you.
Like I remember when we were auditioning for a place together, and I remember you helping people with their sequencing. Do you think that comes with time, dedication?
Like honestly, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm
But
really
you
not.
should.
But please do. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
I'm never sweet,
It's
so take it
really
while it comes.
I always say that too. Sweet is not really a describing
It's no
factor
one
for
would
me.
ever be like Taylor Glenn sweet.
Me too. I literally just said
ever.
that last night.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm with you.
what was the question?
I think I was talking about yoga sequencing because I
Oh,
feel like when I
yes.
take your class, it's not just like you're not just doing the same. You are doing like the same poses, but you're also like putting it together in a sequence that is so unique. Like I remember, I don't know, I think you were doing like reverse dancer's pose or something like that, and I was like, "What the heck is
love that
this?"
one.
And yeah, like it was
Yeah.
so creative and so just like. And I don't think that a yoga class has to be like the most crazy, like upside down, left, right, up, like down. Like it really can be really basic. It is about how you teach. But I also think like the creativity you have, even in, which wasn't like the most intricate flow that we did for the New Year's one,
Mhm.
but it still was unique the way that we like, it just was all unique.
Thank you. Sequencing has always just been a forte of mine.
Yeah.
I don't know how, like, even in my teacher training, like, I mean, I took yoga for probably about like 3 years before my teacher training. It just like always kind of came naturally to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it always just made sense up here for me. And so does anatomy. And that's why I'm so like, I do a lot of hands-on assist. That's like my main thing.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Her assists are legit.
that's why people come to my classes. Like, you are going to get hands-on assist, you are going to get form correction, and like that's first and foremost. Like safety is first. You're going to get a lot of talk about the anatomy and about the body.
But I feel like that's how it should be because if you're coming to do something every single week and you don't know how to tweak or like whatever, then you're just doing the
You
same
know what,
thing and you're
though?
fucking
I
doing
think
it wrong.
post-COVID, people got
Correct.
they took a step back from hands-on adjusted assist. They took a step back from like that personalized like touch and stuff like that because I feel like there was 2 years where it was like you cannot touch anybody, and now it's almost like a
Yeah, I
scared
get
thing.
it.
And I think sometimes people are afraid to be touched. Like it's I
I
don't
But
know.
I think it's like
So-
a, it's
No,
like
yeah,
a
of
li- I
course.
think it's like a light. I'm not like licking my hand and slapping you across the face. You know what I
Hope
mean? Like I
not.
think there's like
across the ass instead.
yeah, I'm getting you from the
Looking
behind.
good.
Yeah, but you know, like I think there's like we all gotta like the cooties are everywhere, and I think we gotta.
But when you get
allow
an
it.
adjustment, that's like, whoa, I never
Well, that's what I
realized
mean.
that
Yeah.
in Warrior 2, I shouldn't be leaning forward. I should actually stack. Like I remember there was something, maybe it was
Guys,
that or
I would have
something
no
else.
fucking clue. I gotta come because First of all, I
extended
need
side angle.
Was it?
I feel like
and
it.
it's just like
I'll remember
those
too, by
little
the way.
tiny like touches that you're just like, whoa, like it
yeah,
feels so
I need to
different,
come so
but-
bad. I could use some Zen, number one, but number two,
Let's go to her class.
we should
Please
because
do.
I don't know. I'm not going to claim to have any fucking idea what I'm doing in
Yeah.
yoga. I don't. Like I go for like the slowness, honestly, to slow me down, but like
Which we don't
you'll
do
be
enough
like
of.
you'll be like
I mean, my
wow.
classes aren't slow. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but you're still
you know what I
connecting
mean?
breath
But they're
to
not
movement
spin.
and
100%.
Yes.
It still is an aerobic exercise and not
Yeah.
an anaerobic exercise.
For sure.
Correct.
But yeah, I need somebody to tell me what's going on
Yeah.
because I
But we all
possibly
do.
have a clue. Yeah, true. Very true.
You know, we all need judgment. And it's like, I say, like, it's like the GPS. Like, she can tell you where to go and probably the best way to get there. Okay, that's me. You can take the right turn. You can take the wrong turn. You can choose whatever turn you want to take.
Yeah.
You
True.
know?
it's a good analogy. Yeah, because it is true.
Because it's true. So you can, like, listen or you cannot listen. And that's another thing. Like, listening is hard. People
Yeah.
like underestimate the fact that listening, especially listening to cues for an hour of 60 minutes, like of somebody like talking kind of like a different language. It's the same language, but like in,
Yeah.
in a different form, and like trying to like adjust and listen all the time. That's hard too. So what like you can only retain a certain amount of information in your brain while someone is talking that entire time before you check out inevitably.
And then
Yeah.
Inevitably. But when somebody comes around and builds muscle memory for something, you're going to remember that muscle memory
Yeah.
basically for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So it's different between like, you know, when you're talking to someone, it's like, oh, it's in one ear and out the other. Like, it's not rude. They're not meaning to do that. They're
Yeah.
not tuning you out. That's the natural like chemistry to our brain and like what ends up happening
Yeah,
when people are talking that long or giving you that much information in such a short
totally.
time span. So it's like it's hard to learn so much, but your body will remember. Your body keeps the score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Profound notes by Sam.
Usually it's from other people. I usually quote other people. Don't quote me.
Profound
Don't
notes
quote
by
me.
Sam.
Okay, let's
A
get into the
series.
like the good stuff. I know this is like your humility.
What's the good stuff?
We the people.
It's all good.
Oh, it's all good.
I mean, it's
I thought
all
you were going to talk
good.
about fish. I was excited. I was like, the good stuff.
We'll
yeah.
get into that at the end. And not FISH,
Fine.
it's the PH.
It's the pH
ISH.
kind. Yeah.
The
the pH kind.
We the people.
I know. No, the people listening that
Yes.
are those people
Yes,
knew
they'll
it
understand.
immediately. Yes.
We the people, which I feel
Yeah.
like is the first of its kind.
Yeah.
Really focused on instructors, but I want to hear it from you. For the people who don't know, what is We the People Fitness Studio?
We
So
the
I call it
People-
We the People.
I love it. You can call it whatever you want. It's for the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people get to make up their mind what they call it. We are a reservable fitness studio. So it's for instructors to reserve their own time slot, their own space, and they get to hold their own class and they get to make their own profit, most importantly, and they get to run their own business and kind of build their own brand for themselves.
So what what made you think, okay, this would be a great idea?
You.
No, but I wasn't me. I didn't have the idea. You did.
No, I had this idea, but you are the person who made me think that this was a great idea.
This is not to toot my own horn. This is not.
She
I
is,
just meant
though.
like, where did this come from that you were like, okay, I
Yeah,
think
no,
that
I
this
get
is
what
an
you meant.
idea. Yeah.
Okay, so it was actually during COVID. I was upstairs practicing in like my studio upstairs and like literally in the middle of a sun A. And I was pouting about the fact that I wasn't teaching because I told you like that
Yeah.
that's my life. And I was literally like pouting in the middle of like this self-practice. And I was like, I just want a studio on my own. And then I was like, but I don't because that's like so much work and like I can't hold that space and like, you know, like
Yeah.
I've never like branched that far out. And then I was like, but I just want a studio with my friends. And I was like, okay, great. So now I have like over 80 friends who are
Yeah.
sharing this studio
Yeah.
space with me. And it's incredible and it's amazing. But most importantly, the most amazing thing is just like seeing how creative people are being and seeing people really like step into their own and do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, Riders Yoga,
Yeah.
you know, Riders Quadrant Yoga today. Like I got to do like a class on a book and it was honestly like one of the most fun classes I've taught probably in the last 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
Like
you
literally
got
like
to be creative and
my
something that you're
whole heart-
passionate about.
It was like so much fun and profitable and like made new friends and like
Yeah.
got to share something with like a community who is like-minded with me and like so many people that like I met just like, oh, you love this book too? Oh my God,
Yeah.
like this is so
Which
exciting.
also builds that, like for instructors, it builds that connection of like, okay, I took this girl's class, like she's amazing. I'm gonna, and like we had this in common, da-da-da, now I'm going to follow her, and then I'm going to see when she's teaching, blah, 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 blah.
Totally.
Let's talk about profits teachers can make, because I feel like this is something I was explaining it to someone the other day.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to them, and they were like, what?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to rent the studio on a Saturday, you rent it for 90 minutes. What's the cost?
$100.
So $100.
It's always a 90-minute slot?
It's always a 90-minute slot because most classes are an hour. So you need 15 minutes before to get people in and 15 minutes to get people out.
Okay.
So it's always a 90-minute slot. Now you can reserve back-to-back slots
Sure.
or take up the day, and you can reserve. It's a minimum of 90.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And so now you want to sell a ticket. So you're like, okay, the room can hold 50 people, a little bit more if you want to squeeze, but let's just
Correct.
say comfortably 50 people. I sell my tickets for just $20. That's $1,000 that I'm making right there, minus $100 that I just paid. So I just made $900 for a 60-minute class,
Correct.
which is insane.
Versus your typical
60,
$80, $100
Yeah.
that you're making for a class when you're teaching.
which is not
For
that's
someone else.
80, 100 is like high.
High,
in
high.
Chicago.
Okay, so let's go back to that and talk about that for a second. So your students are paying $20, which is undercutting the market. What's a
100%.
normal class?
35
$30.
Okay, so
dollars.
your students are paying $20, which is half the price of what they would
Normally pay, yeah.
Normally pay, right?
Yeah.
You are making
10,000 times more
okay,
than I would anywhere else. Yeah.
and the studio is making money. So
Yeah.
a high tide really does raise all
But let me
ships.
just also say that you do also need to up your pricing.
And we're not talking about that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
but
just like
I don't care what you guys
because
think.
she's like, I didn't come here for fucking opinions about my business.
I
Rightfully
always
so.
Ask your opinion when I want your
100%.
opinion.
No, please do.
I know what people think. I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand. I know what people think. I know that like
I just, like-
business people. I want to say businessmen.
Yeah.
AKA her husband.
Those ready to
He's
mansplain?
part of that too.
Yeah.
They don't love me.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't care. I
Yeah.
like,
That really
literally
though
don't.
stems from like also your like heart and soul and passion is in the purpose and mission
Of
of
the-
this.
And
of
that's the
this
thing
business.
is like I said, like teaching and like supporting others, and that's what like teaching is, supporting others. And as you know this from me being a lead of
Yeah.
you know before, supporting others really is like my passion and my calling. Like that is like I'm not fuzzy. I'm not sweet. I'm not
Yeah.
warm.
With you.
I'm dominant. I'm like gonna stand up. You want me in your corner.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna stand up for you and I'm gonna fight for you. And like I'm gonna tell you like that is not okay. Like the
Yeah.
conversation we had earlier. It is not okay that they treated you that way.
Yeah.
You're like you should not stand for that. And like
Yeah.
let you know your worth. And I
Yeah.
think that that's super important. And like that's I think what We the People is mostly about is like empowering people so they do know their worth.
Yeah.
And like making sure that we support all of these people on a daily basis. I'm not saying it's like a tit for tat, but like these people want to support you too.
Yeah.
And you bring so much to the table, and there's a reason that you are selling out every single one of your bar classes, or
Yeah.
things like that. There's a reason why you have wait lists, and there's like people want to be around you, and you bring so much to the community, and it's just so important. We each all hold our own individual voice, and there's 31 flavors for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I love when people don't know what 31 flavors is. If you don't know what
Baskin
31
Robbins.
flavors is, thank you very
Yeah.
much. It's Baskin Robbins.
I was about to be like, am I thinking something else?
Honestly, because I've said that before, and people have been like, "What's
They're like,
31
flavors of what?
Yeah, okay, chocolate
Oh.
peanut butter, man.
Yeah.
Um,
You're like the only important things here.
seriously, food. But there is 31 flavors for a reason, and we are so important to our own community in that own way. And I think that people kind of lose sight of that, and just being like at a gym or at a studio, because like these people are coming in and it's like, okay, well, this is the time slot that fits them, or they're a member of
Right.
Core Power or
It's
whatnot.
not
Oh,
necessarily
excuse
that
me.
they want to be there for you.
Yeah,
It's they
correct.
want to be there for the
Yes.
convenience.
Now,
So this
when-
kind of gives it a space that like that you're there for that.
And
You
I
are-
think
th-
also
and you feel
can
that.
teach-
Yeah.
You also can teach like whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
It's not
which
set
is,
to a,
uh-huh.
you start with this, the middle is this, the end is this, you have to say this, you have to, like, it's literally.
Which has to be so freeing for a lot of people that have only ever worked for corporate places that are like,
Totally.
this many minutes in, this song is this modality, and this
Yeah.
many, you know what I mean? Like, and having
have
to
to have this
be
type
on
of
this
song.
theme, and
Yeah.
like, I would die at a corporate studio at which they were like, you have to play like, you have to have like a Taylor Swift ride this weekend. I would be like, I'm not the girl. I'm not the girl, and like I'm not gonna enjoy doing
Taylor's
this.
not for me.
It's not for me, and it's for everybody else on the planet except for me and
I
like
said
9
I'd do a
other
Taylor
people.
remix
But
class,
no,
but it has
see,
to be like
I
EDM
can't.
house,
I
mixes.
I can't. But a lot of places are like, they're like, and I've heard, like, I have, one of my friends that I've met like through the fitness community, honestly, she does it all and teaches everywhere, and a lot of those places are corporate, and she's looking to like branch away from something because she's like, I'm just so sick of not being able to like do what I want to do. Like it's
more like
so
you step into your
frustrating to not.
authentic self
Some
a
places
little
don't
bit.
even allow you to like
100%.
give the little twist that you want to give. They're
Yeah.
like, no, none of that. Shut it down. Do this, this, and that. So
Yeah.
it is a very freeing like.
So what though do you say to people? And I'm saying this because I literally said this to you the other day in our text, but people aren't reading our text. But
They
like,
can't-
what do you
you-
say
that's
to
what you
people
think.
who
You wanna
are
know?
afraid? You know what I mean? Like who are a little bit intimidated to take a step on their own, or who are are having trouble. Like, how do I sell my own tickets, and how do I? There's that bit of imposter syndrome. You see these people with like hundreds and thousands or even thousands of followers on Instagram or TikTok, and they're selling out all these spaces, and they're like, I don't think I'm going to.
Okay. And yes, of course.
That literally
So
was
here's the
me,
thing.
just so we know.
Hi.
Just saying.
Yeah. We tell people all of the time to believe in themselves. But do we believe in ourselves?
Yes.
Do we, Jordan? Do we really believe in
I
ourselves?
suffer from imposter syndrome.
Yeah, no, and that's okay.
Yeah, a lot of
And-
people do.
And a
though.
lot of people do.
That's- Yeah.
Comparison's the thief of joy.
Yes, I say that
It doesn't,
a lot too.
and it doesn't matter. I know. So we preach all of these things.
I
as
love that
instructors.
comparisons of the. I'm making a Sam Gitlin book.
I have every quote
No,
literally
like-
up here. I've been teaching for 15 years. I end my class with quotes for
I'm
people
gonna have
way
to
smarter
really
than
edit
me,
this
okay?
with like just the quote.
Yeah,
quote,
comparison
quote,
is the thief
Literally.
of
little
joy.
droplets
I love
of
that.
knowledge.
You might
I
want
love
to
that.
like fact check them and like actually like put the actual person's name.
No.
No, I want what came from you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not really sure you do.
I do. I'm telling you.
Imposter syndrome is real.
Yeah.
It is. I get it. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it like what person A is doing has absolutely no meaning on what person B is doing. And
Mhm.
I think that the most important thing for us to realize is that, like I said, a high tide raises all ships. Success is not singular.
Mm-mm.
Success can, as long as you keep working for it, is for everybody. And
Yeah.
just because someone is going to that person's class doesn't mean that they're not going to come to your class and things like that. And people connect with who they want to connect to. And we tell people all the time to believe in ourselves, to believe in themselves, but it's
Mhm.
like we don't do that for ourselves. And is it scary? Of course.
Yeah.
I just took a really, really, really the biggest risk of my life with all of my savings. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, of course it's scary, but with no risk, there's no reward. And
Yeah.
I think it's super important for people to at least try to believe in themselves if this is something that they're interested in, and try to make sure that like they're heading in the right direction to support their goals.
Yeah.
And this is a business.
Yeah.
Like you are supporting your future and your business too. So you are building something here. And like all things, like all businesses, it takes time too.
Yeah.
It takes time to build and it takes time to grow. So, you might be getting 10 people in the room right now, and then the next time you're getting 12, and then the next time you're getting 14, and then the next time, and it's going to go up, and you're going to keep building your community. And that's what's happened to me. And like, I don't have a big following for SMG yoga. Like I've never built that following. Like I said, I was a fitness instructor for 14 years and like never ever cared about social media. Like that
Yeah.
was never my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm even seeing right now, like from when I host classes at We the People, I'm building
Yeah.
my following, and it's getting greater and greater. And it's like, you do not have, and I think this is a big thing, that like, you do not have to be Bradshaw. You do not have to sell out the room in order to be profitable.
Yeah.
Not every class needs you, like, great, you make $1,000, amazing. But like, what are you happy making?
Right.
Right. Like, is
Like,
it?
Yeah.
First of all, you get to choose your own time, choose your own schedule. You get your own community in the door. And when I'm telling you that in itself, you don't like, is the most heartwarming thing to take a look around the room and be like, these people are not here because they're at a gym, but they are here for
They came
like
here for
literally
me.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like a reward like you will never feel within
Yeah.
like anywhere. Like it's amazing feeling to like look around and see the community that you built and that like you're working towards something. And like this is a result of your hard work and your efforts. And like you solely built this. Like nobody can take that away from you.
True.
And it's so empowering to like try. Don't count yourself out. I've had so many instructors say to me, I don't know who's going to come. And 43 people later, Lauren Tacoma.
I just was thinking, I was like, I know who she's talking about.
Lauren Tacoma. Yeah. Like, people love you. They want to be around you.
Yeah.
There's a reason you're in this industry. There's a reason you're leaders in this industry. There's a reason people are coming to your classes, and it's far more than time or place.
Yeah.
I think also we have to start looking at imposter syndrome a little bit as kind of like a marker for success too, because like when do you get that imposter syndrome when like all these things are happening and you're like, I shouldn't be here. Like I shouldn't, like this is not, I can't do this. I shouldn't be here. But it's actually like good things that are just like your fear is like manifesting that. So I think we should like switch the mindset. Or at least try.
I think it's intimidating too. Like I do suffer from like not believing in myself. Like I could talk up everybody and tell you you're amazing, whatever. And then when it comes to me, it's like I need that push. I need the like push to be like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Like I booked it, I'm gonna do it. Now it's on me to like push sales.
But you have all those tools too, and that is all that you need is a little push. And then all it takes is like one of us to just be like, Jordan, just and then you're good to go.
Have you been ruthless on your text messages? Because I've been ruthless.
Oh no, she is. We're both like kind of the same personality.
Okay,
it's great.
Yeah, no. I'm sitting here and you're saying things. I'm like, wow, we are really very similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not about me today.
It's about all of us.
About everything.
And that's the thing, and that's what my business is actually about, is that it's not about a singular person. It's about the community as a whole.
Yeah.
And so it is about you. And because what you're feeling, we're all way more alike than we are different. And what you're feeling, other instructors are feeling and other people are feeling. And trust me, like, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could get like 50 people in the room, but guess what? That's going to come one day.
Yeah.
It is. Like, I've watched something that I've built from one We the People member, which was, hi, that was me. I was the first one.
Here I was.
So now I have 80. And like, when you believe in your like something with your whole heart, and when you like literally live that and breathe that, and like you're not gonna fail.
Yeah.
You're not. You're gonna like, success isn't linear, so you might go up and down.
Yeah.
But if you keep going, you're going to succeed.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't.
So let's talk about like how you went from 1 to 80. What did you do to build We the People from like day one?
So I started reaching out a lot.
Social media too, because you were not a social media girly.
Okay.
I'm so fucking with you. I'm like, anytime somebody talks about social media, I'm like,
I want to get the gritty of like the grind that you took to build this business.
Because you were grinding. Long before you opened your doors, you were grinding.
Because Jordan said to me, are you ready? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I had no clue what I was ready for. I thought I was ready.
Yeah.
Honestly, my biggest thing was like, first, I wanted to start with an outreach, because it was super important to me for instructors to just to get the word out, for instructors to just know that like, hey, just because we've been doing something for the last 100 years the same way doesn't mean that we have to keep doing things the same way. And like, we're here and we're new and we're open, and like that started it.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of like people like, obviously like jump right in and like be like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you have people who are like hesitant, and because it's like something new. Basically those hesitant people are now on board.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's something obviously that has grown, and like I said, try it once and you see the benefit of it, and you keep doing it. And that's like, basically I just like have to like convince you that you're worth it, which is like super sad for me, because I would hope that all of you know your worth.
Yeah.
But like, we don't. And I know I get it. We don't.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to help people to step in to their authentic self, or step into like the person that like you. Like, you are the most like supportive, amazing instructor. Like, you know, and like, I know your worth.
Yeah, I know.
And I tell you all the time.
I need to get it.
You know, and but we need reminders, and it's hard, and not everybody has people walking around saying, hey, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, true. Very true.
You know?
And it's not just yoga instructors or bar instructors. Like, you have all the props and tool. Like, you've got Pilates rings, you've got blocks, what am I? Mats.
You want me to go on?
Weights. Yeah, keep going.
Weights, Pilates rings. So we have weights 1s through 50s. So we have even the big boys, but most of them are like for yoga sculpt. So 1s through 10s. Pilates rings, booty bands, mats, straps, blocks, bolsters.
Yeah, so like you could do a HIIT class in there. You could do a yoga bar. You do have bars too.
Yeah, we have a bar on the wall. So we have everything like that, like a fitness studio would need. So yeah, we've had people do jump rope classes. We've had people.
I was just gonna say, what's the like the most unexpected thing someone's requested?
Shuffle class.
Shuffle was fun.
What's shuffle?
Literally, like like the dancing with your feet though. Like it's your full body.
Yeah.
Think of
like
moonwalk. Think of like a moonwalk.
Okay.
You know, like when you see the cool kids doing that thing.
Oh,
Come on,
okay.
Jordan. Come on, Jordan.
I'm
show,
with you.
show us what you learned.
I have to like take it back.
I was videoing, so I have an excuse.
I actually was pretty proud of myself for my shuffle, which is
you look
sad.
good.
So
because I
you've done
was a
shuffle,
dancer.
you've done jump rope.
Yes. Okay. So not me.
Well, not you, but you know what I mean. You've had at the studio.
Lo did jump rope.
Okay.
Morgan
Moosh did shuffle. We've had Katie does ecstatic dance, which is like super fun.
Okay.
Trevor's doing like Pilates and sound bowls. That's like
Very cool.
a nice little mix together.
Yeah.
So everybody's like doing different things. And you have Bradshaw who does like Mariah Carey flow
and handstands.
and handstand workshops. So like, you have so many different people. Richard's in there right now and he's doing somatic breath work.
Okay. So that was going to be my next point is like it's a space for instructors, but it doesn't have to be like a fitness class. Like you can do.
I utilize
We're in the
it.
wellness industry.
Okay.
I utilize
That's what
it
I wanted to put out
for
there.
filming. So I just like
She
set up
does
my
content.
tripod
Yeah.
and I set up my camera and I'll film like classes for on demand and stuff like that just because it's a blank studio. The space has great lighting. I do bring my ring light, but I can then film. Right now, I told Darius, I was like, I'm just going to book the 90-minute slot and get one class because filming 3 in a row is really hard. 45-minute classes is a lot on your body. So I was like, I'm doing one, which I think is like smart on my own, whatever. But
It's
yeah,
like
I use
5
it
minutes
for
from your
that too.
house.
I know, it's really close.
Right. So it's like.
But it's not like, and that's the thing too, is like I don't have to bring weights. I don't have to bring a mat.
Yeah, you're
I
not
don't have to
lugging
bring-
like a shit ton
like
of stuff
I used
back and forth too.
before this was open, I was lugging weights and bangles and like probably 50 pounds up 3 flights of stairs, like to a studio to film that didn't have anything. So this like really does make it so much easier.
So you can teach your live class there. You can do your on-demand class there. You can do breath work, meditation, all kinds of wellnessy things in this space. So it's actually like you've opened it up honestly past like just the fitness community a little bit, which is like
yes, and that's the thing is like do sculpt and scarves. Your best friend makes scarves, like do sculpt and scarves and support your best friend. And like it doesn't like we're in the wellness industry, but like so we want to keep it obviously branded and like
For
stay
sure,
in the
for sure.
wellness.
Yeah.
But we also
like
wanna
you're
be
not
able
going to have a
collaborate.
pop-up of like hot dogs,
No,
hot
it's
dog
not just
cooking.
gonna be hot dogs. I mean, you're not cooking.
Might
in
be
there. You're not
hatha
cooking
and hot
in
dogs.
there.
Yeah, it might be like, you know,
Hot dog.
yeah.
Hot buns.
You know, let's keep it on brand.
Yeah, correct. So, but like, yes, like people have been in there doing a bunch of different things. You can host events in there, wellness events.
Yeah.
So you can have food in there. You can have drink in there. Like you can, basically, it's a free space for you to run your business however you want to run your business.
Yeah. Which I
What
think
do you
is
think has
brilliant.
been your biggest challenge so far?
Convincing people that they are worth it.
And let's also
Like to get to
rewind
book-
a
get
hot
them to
second.
book.
But
Yeah,
that's
not
what
to get them to book, just even to like get them to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
you started like before it was open with your Instagram, like just like sliding into people's DMs being like, hey, here's this thing coming. I'd love to tell you a little bit about it. And like that was how you and I got connected is like we
Correct.
literally like hopped on a phone call and then like I got to know a little bit of you and so forth and so on. And so that's another thing about it having heart and soul in it. It's like, especially for somebody who's like, fuck this social media shit. Like you went and put yourself out there and like were contacting people you didn't know being like, come to my space and
Yes.
live out your dream kind of thing.
Which that's like what's different from We the People and like other kind of studios, I would say, is that like other studio owners aren't just gonna like reach
People
out to
aren't
people
reaching
and,
out
like,
to
look
you.
and
Yeah,
just, like,
they're
what-
reaching
and,
out
like,
to you.
Yeah, you wait. And that's what a lot of people, honestly, with that, even if someone else had this concept, I can imagine them doing it and not like trying to make that personal connection with people ahead of time, just expecting like the business to come to you. So that's
That
another
was
reason.
Jordan.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. She's my smart friend.
Well, I think also though, like a lot of spaces, like, like Peer Space and stuff like that are just like there hoping for sales.
Right,
But this really
right.
is like a connection-based business, or like also a word of mouth. Like you're, as instructors, like more and more and more instructors, like I see We the People Instagram of like all the events that are going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, I don't know who this is. I don't know who that is. I actually had an instructor reach out to me and I didn't know her. And she was like, I'm trying to get into other studios. And I was like, host a class on your own. And I gave her We the People information because I was like, host a class.
Thank
like, see
you.
what it's like.
Yeah.
Do it on your own. Like, you don't need to be a part of a studio or a different studio to be able to, like, get more people. I think people think of, like, some studios and they're like, okay, it'd be really cool to teach there. But it's also like, and again, this is where I talk to other people and I'm like, you should do this. Like,
Yeah.
it's so amazing.
But it is, and here's the thing, is that like I'm not like I think that you should teach for other studios too, and I
Of
think that like
course.
you can do it all if you want to do it all, or you can pick
Yeah.
and choose what you want to do. I haven't given up my classes.
Yeah.
Like I'm teaching 17 classes right now.
Oof, baby.
I got a lot of doubles, you guys. I'm lucky. Um,
That comes with time, too.
She's like,
It
it's
does.
17.
And
It's just
experience.
18 of them in a row.
yeah, no, it's all consecutively throughout the day.
Yeah. 24 hours straight.
So where were we going with that?
That you don't have to give up your studio.
You don't have to give up your studio in
Yeah.
order to like, and that's like how you build your
Yeah.
following as well as having other studio. Like, so like I said, a high tide raises all ships. Everything can work together. And your $20 class isn't going to dissuade somebody from going to their gym.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
like,
not.
I think that's a big
They're
thing
not.
too,
It's
though,
not.
is as you emerged into this space, you were not marketing, and you're not marketing as like fuck studios, fuck gyms. You're more
No.
like we all can coexist and we all can work together and truly lift each other up. Like you being at your studio or gym or whatever it is going to allow you to build people and bring them to a class. And maybe they come to one class and then you see them again when you teach the next day, whatever it is.
when I say better together, I mean it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that that's very what is different between like most like companies and being able to like me now just like be independent and build this business on my own. Like I don't think that I have competition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I think that there's enough in this world for everybody.
Yeah.
Like that is just something that, and I'm trying to stay in my own lane, and I'm trying not to worry about other people, and I'm trying to do my own thing because what that person does literally has no bearing on
Nothing.
me
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatsoever. Like as long as I can sleep at the end of the night, as long as I am proud of myself at the end of the night, things like this, like try to like stay in my own lane and like make sure that like so I personally think that like when I say a high tide raises all ships, we do. I've had studio owners reach out to me like from Pilates, and they don't have space to do a mat class.
Yeah.
They have reformers, and I'm like, okay, they can come. They come.
Mhm.
in
That's
and
pretty
they use-
cool.
yeah, they come in and they use the space. People for charity events and stuff like that. I've had studios reach out and be like, I need a space for teacher trainings.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
teacher trainings. Good one. Good one. Good
Perfect.
one. Yeah.
Is there
Great.
any crazy crazy things that people have
Like,
reached out? and you're
yeah,
like,
that's what I want to know.
no.
Has someone been like, can I have a corn dog making class here? And you're like, absolutely not.
Well, marijuana I know is like a big one that people ask to do too.
It is, and you guys, trust me, I wish I could do it.
It's a licensure thing, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not risking my business.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
I agree.
legal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So trust me, I wish I could do it, but I have to
Dogs,
stay no.
puppies,
I've said no to
That'd
the
be a
dogs,
cute one.
unfortunately.
but like
and it's
then
only
they pee
because,
everywhere.
well, for me, it's more about the scratches on our nice new wood
yeah,
floors,
yeah.
and
But also the pee.
I'm not even worried about that.
Really?
I love dogs. Yeah.
They pee so much, those
The
puppies.
puppies pee everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like on the mat.
Scratches on the floor.
Peas
Pee
and
will be
poops.
cleaned up.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
I know. No, I went to one. I loved it, but there was a lot of pee.
Really.
I
They
used
don't-
to teach it.
They don't prep you for the pee.
And I was like, no one wants to do yoga right now. Absolutely not one person wants to do yoga. They
No,
just
there's
wanna
no
cuddle
actual
with
class
the
that
puppies.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually do have a puppy class at the end of February.
Really?
It's at pause though. It's not.
Oh,
I think it's sold out. So
you're teaching it?
I'm teaching it.
I might have to contact the owner and just
see if it's
please.
sold out. It's at Pause in Lincoln Park. It's for Fitness February, and it's super cute. They do puppy playtime afterwards, and
Oh, my
Love
heart.
it.
there's nothing better. I mean,
There's
it's so
nothing
cute.
better.
My
no.
heart.
I know.
Where do you see We the People expanding, going? I know it's only October that you opened it. So it's like,
Where do I hope we go?
yeah, yeah. Like, where do you see? Where's your vision? I know, obviously, like, you know, continuing to build this, but what else you got in your brain? I mean, I know, but like, tell the people,
Oh, yeah, we're gonna
manifest it out.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Really?
Yeah.
No tease?
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Ooh.
She's like, I'm not telling you bitches anything.
Okay, well then
We're growing. We're excited about what's to come. Richard told me not to make any commitments that I know I can't stand by. And that's what I'm going to say. I know, Richard, man, dropping the truth bombs right there.
Yeah.
But you want to know what? As a business owner, that's probably like the best thing for me to do is not until I know exactly where it's going, not
leave it
I got
mysterious.
a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And this studio is this big of my big ideas.
Great.
So stay tuned because there is a lot more to come. However, I need more time in the day, so we're going to see how I can figure that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just fuck
Which
with
is
time
also
in general.
like a big thing, like not, asking for help when needed, which you do, which is amazing. And
my husband helps me a lot.
Yeah.
He does. I am a solo show. Y'all, stop with you and your team.
Yeah.
I'm the team guy.
Fuck the team.
No, fuck the team. No, seriously. The team is me. My husband does a lot of my back end and my paperwork and my accounting, and thank God for that because I'm already running.
You mean fitness instructors aren't great at accounting?
Well, okay,
I'm not good with numbers.
I used to be.
I'm sure that
My mom
you are
would be
probably
upset.
better than you give yourself
my mom would
credit
be
for.
so upset when I don't know math. She'll be like, Jordan, you were so smart.
So what's something you would say to someone that's like, I've only ever done fitness. I don't have any fucking business experience. How the hell do you navigate
Welcome. Let's figure this
Thank you
out
so much for
together. This
coming.
is yes. Yeah, that's it though. Like,
you just figure out as you go.
I think that and I think that was.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people wait until they have all of the pieces to jump, and it's not the way to do it.
First and worry about
Figure
who's
out
going to catch you later.
Yeah.
You know what? As like the perfectionist in me, I feel like that's hard to break. Is like that first step.
That's
the
hardest.
It's like once you take that first step, it's like fuck it. You got to go. You got to take the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, because your feet got to keep moving.
Yeah.
But that's why when you ask what the hardest part is, it's like getting people to believe in themselves because that's it.
Because that's
like,
the biggest.
I'm honestly like, so after that initial reach out, I stopped doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I stopped reaching out because
you felt like it wasn't work.
And if people want to know, like, do what we're doing, like. People are seeing it. So the word is out. And I'm definitely obviously more interested now in people who want to do this. People who want to believe in themselves and want to take that step forward. And so I'm here to obviously help, encourage, coach, whatever I can do. I give people advice all the time. I'm here to support you. I support your marketing via Instagram on my website. I do things that way to get the word out about you as well.
Yeah.
You have so many tools in your arsenal. You just need to learn to use them.
Yeah.
And you need to not be afraid to use them as well. And there's like people want to support you. I can't even and if they don't, they're not your people.
Yeah.
People want to support
louder
you.
with that one.
True.
It's so true.
Totally. And build your community and build it. It doesn't have to be everybody. And you want to know what? It's probably better if it's not everybody.
Yeah.
But you want to know what? It doesn't have to be everybody. It needs to be the people that you jive with. And these people are going to come back from you. Like there's something about authentic connection.
You know what's really funny, actually, now that you're saying that and I'm thinking about it? So the class I'm hosting on the 22nd, I had two girls.
Avicii, okay, come to that.
May he rest in peace.
And I'm acting like it's like the biggest party ever. So.
It is a party. It is a party.
Okay. I can't even pronounce it right.
I had two girls from high school that I haven't talked to in forever DM me and be like, we're coming. And I was like, oh my God, that's so fun and so nice. Like so nice. And I was like, that's just awesome.
And
so
amazing.
It is true. It's that little I definitely got a boost in my heart just being like, wow. That's so nice. That,
and
they
just
would
wait until you get into the room and you stand in front of these people. I cried basically my first class.
Oh.
I know. And I'm not sweet and I'm not sappy.
We don't cry.
And I don't
Unless we're pissed.
yeah,
then we're
no,
crying.
I mean, I cry. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you mentioned too, though,
it's
like
the mental health thing, but that's okay.
you mentioned too, like the supporting people on social media. Did that change when you grew the business where you were like, shit, I gotta post on
No,
social?
I always planned on supporting people through social media. What I did not always plan on doing was the website.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has added a lot of work to my plate, but it's 100% worth it.
So how do you balance teaching, owning a business, and then also making time for yourself?
I'm still really, really trying to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I take Sundays off.
Nice.
Generally, I try to.
No, you were actually very much like when we were talking about this podcast, you were like, I don't really do that on Sundays.
I mean, I try to take Sundays off, and
Yeah.
I try to make that.
That's boundaries.
Yes, I try to do that. Other than that, you want to know what? Like, you asked me if I was ready. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. You guys, no clue.
Yeah.
Literally no clue. I don't want to say like if I didn't know, I wouldn't have done it, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's so rewarding. I'm so busy and I'm so tired and I'm so happy
Yeah.
that like everyone's like, are you so stressed? And I'm like, no, this is fucking awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
Like, this
That
is
means
like,
it's so aligned. Like it just,
Yeah,
when it feels
like-
good, you're like,
but people always like say to me too about teaching for 50, like, how do you not get burnt out? You teach 17 classes a week. You guys, this is like my heart.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I literally like, even on the days when you don't, and I'm not saying I want to show up to every class. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, there's going to be days when you don't, you're in a mood or whatever. But like, how do I not get burnt out? Like, I've literally been doing this for almost 15 years and I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think like that,
It comes through.
thank you. I hope it does. Something I also love is the people that I do it with,
Yeah.
which is the instructors.
Mhm.
And I think like that
I feel like you've met like a ton of people.
I know everyone now. Not
Like
everybody, but I know
but like
a lot
you
of
do.
people now.
I like
everyone.
literally
Yeah.
see all these people and I'm like, hey, like it's kind of cool for me. Like we're gonna take Sammy's class one day together. And I'm like,
Tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. I can't. I have a photo shoot tomorrow. But
You had that last week or 2 weeks ago.
I did. We had a photo shoot that got rescheduled. But yes. Now I actually
Totally
have one
calling
today.
her out. I'm like, no,
I actually-
that's bullshit.
Wait,
bullshit,
no,
bullshit,
I
bullshit.
really do have
Okay.
one tomorrow,
No,
but
I'm
we
kidding.
we were supposed to, and then we didn't. Which is now in 2 weeks. But anyway,
Sammy, it's Jordan. It's not me.
Yeah.
it's true.
And I'm sitting there going, I'm so busy and I don't have enough time. And then Jordan, and I can't literally make plans with her.
Yeah.
No, you guys, I'm trying not to. I'm really trying. You know what? It might be that I'm saying no because I'm trying to become better with my boundaries and time. But in due time, okay? In due time.
I hope that for you, girl.
I know, me too.
So,
Okay, but going back to fitness and the reason for We the People, the fitness industry can be like so hard. Like I remember when I first started out, I think I was making like $15 per hour per hour. And when you think about it and you think about what people are paying too, it kind of mind blows you where you're just like, whoa, do you think there's like an imbalance in the fitness industry of like instructor worth, students, what they think, like, because I don't really think as a student or a consumer, you think about that.
No.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously that's part of We the People too. And it's meant for the people to take back the fitness industry into like more tolerable conditions for us.
Yeah.
We love what we do. We are so lucky that we get to love what we do. However, there is a side of the fitness industry that people do not see if you're not in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Yes, we're so lucky. Yes, we're like positive, upbeat people in class. Sometimes we had just cried for 2 hours before we walked into the room.
Oh, that's like
Sometimes like that's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know. Other things. Sometimes we can't go home for the holidays because we can't find a sub for our class.
true. Yeah.
Sometimes, a lot of times, we can't afford health insurance because, well, America. And cheers.
Well, firstly, the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah.
And then secondly,
Firstly, the United States, and secondly, like, we're not getting paid that much. And in order, like, in order for us to make a living, we have to hustle from studio to studio, to gym, from class to class, at different times, at different places. Like, we are all hustlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are a full-time instructor, even if you're not a full-time instructor, if you're not a full-time instructor, man, more power to you too, because you are working a 9 to 5 and then teaching
yeah.
and living your life upon that. And then you have these full-time instructors who are literally going from class to literally try to afford their rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also, it's like not only like affording, but also like your energy. Like holding space is a lot of energy.
It
Yeah.
is exhausting. We don't get sick
Commanding a
days.
space is
Yeah.
a lot
It's so much
of energy.
you might have one like morsel of energy left, and you are giving it for that last
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
It is not going home with you.
No.
You
Yeah.
are giving, literally, you are emptying your tank for people on a constant basis.
Yeah.
And not to say that it's not wonderful, and they're taking it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And not that say your tank doesn't get filled up too, but it's just this constant give. We give our health. We don't have sick days.
Yeah,
I know.
it's so true.
It's so true.
It's
How
like,
many times have you
remember
gotten
being-
on a mic being like, actually, I'm sorry I sound like shit today, but it's just like I have this respiratory thing, or it's like, I'm actually like not gonna like participate in this part. I'm just gonna walk you through
No.
it because I have this injury.
Let me
like,
tell you about Sam, okay? So I had texted you or something, and you hadn't answered for like a few days. I was so worried that I texted your husband, and I was like, "Is Sam okay? Like, is she
Is
all right?
she
Like,
alive?
what's going on?"
Did you murder her?
This is when you were like throwing up,
Oh
dehydrated,
God,
whatever.
why are you telling this story? I
She
taught a class
taught.
the next day.
She taught. I
Don't
literally
do
was like,
that.
"You're insane."
Yeah, that's
Don't do that. And then
again,
Jordan was sick.
mental health.
And then Jordan was sick a couple days later, or a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
And what did I say to you? Learn from my mistake.
Yeah.
It is
Because
not
I was
worth
like,
it.
I can't
You don't do that.
cancel like
Yoga
whatever.
instructors or fitness instructors, you do have sick time. It is illegal for them to not give you sick time. You do have sick time. Use it. You don't get paid time off. You don't get vacation time. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
you can do about that. You do get sick time. Use it. Don't let them tell you that. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't. Make sure you know what you're getting, what you're worth, what you
Yeah.
deserve, what this industry should provide for you.
Yeah.
You are worth it too. And I think that like that line gets crossed with instructors and students is like, yes, we are so grateful. And yes, we are so lucky. But yes, we also get the runaround. And yes, it is not peaches. It is
No.
not like, oh, we're
Yeah.
so lucky you get to teach fitness. Yes, we know that. That
Yeah.
is the benefits of the
The
shit that we
grind.
take on
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
back end.
Yeah.
And that's why we're still in this industry, because if not, it would be like teachers everywhere else who are just leaving.
Yeah.
Leaving.
I mean, to your point too, it's a passion, it's a love, it's, what we do. But being a full-time instructor is hard.
It's hard.
It's
It
not
is.
an easy.
That's a
like,
grind. Like
Yeah.
that's a
People
fucking grind.
all the time who always tell me like that's their goal and that's how they want to make it work, and I support them in that, but I tell them like, you're gonna hustle.
Yeah, transparently, it's not like a walk in the park.
You're gonna hustle.
Yeah.
You're gonna build your schedule. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
You're 2 years later, you're gonna have a schedule that you want. You're gonna be
Yeah.
happy and you're gonna be content, and you're gonna figure your shit out along the way. With everything else, time is gonna grow it, and you're gonna be totally fine. If that is like the path that you want, do it now.
Yeah.
But also to that point too, like supplementing, once a week, once a month, every other week, something like that with We the People classes, continuing to build on that too can help.
It's
with
amazing.
the finances.
Yeah.
I did a cheers to the New Year's event, and well, it was mine and Megan. So sorry, Megan, I'm telling them what we made. I made $566 for a 90-minute class.
Yeah.
That is incredible. You're not going to make that anywhere
Which
else.
wasn't even
Anywhere else.
You weren't even like teaching the full 90 minutes.
No.
It was like mingling. We did a cheers. We
did.
journaled.
It was so
sound bath.
fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was amazing. It was a
I
super
got-
fun event. It's going to be now happen every year.
I'm just saying, as a promoter, I'm happy to promote you because I got like 6 people
Just
to sign
saying.
up. 2 of them couldn't make it, but you still got their profits. So
But at the same time, that's why I say people want to support you. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why you should stick with the people who want to support you.
It's true.
Like and listen, we love our friends and we love their family, but we don't do free.
No, we don't.
Because you're worth something, and these people should want to support you.
I actually think that's a huge thing.
And it is a huge thing. And like, you are like, not when you do free, not only are you dumbing down the industry within itself, but you're dumbing down your product as yourself and your value, and you are worth more than that. And obviously there's different ways, and obviously we want to be inclusive. So you can do things. Not everybody can
Yeah.
afford stuff. There's different ways to go about it.
Yeah.
But do make sure that your value holds true.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
All right, now to the fun
Now
stuff.
the fun
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
We love a rapid fire section.
Yes, little rapid fire
I'm a little
questions.
nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but we're
Don't
gonna be
be.
just fine.
No, it's easy.
Morning or evening workout?
Morning, always.
Always.
For yourself or to teach?
Both.
Ooh.
Agree.
Good job, guys.
I
Not
want to be
me.
in bed at night, but I'm not. I'm teaching.
Yoga or strength?
We just talked about that.
I know, but rapid fire, you got to answer it fast. Come on.
Strength. Damn. Well, teacher take.
Both.
Okay.
Well, we know to teach is yoga.
To teach is yoga, to take is strength.
Okay.
Favorite post-workout snack?
Anything that will go in my mouth.
No, quite.
I do not care. I
She's
literally
also-
fucking love food.
If you could see her right now, she's braced herself to answer the question.
No, I know. Well, we really did make her feel like this was like
You said
a fight or flight. Yeah.
So I was like,
we've put her into fight or flight. It is our fault.
Okay, well,
It is
this you wanted to talk about at the
They
beginning.
can see me right now, by the way.
But I know, but like sometimes people just listen.
They, you know.
Go-to song on your playlist.
Oh yeah. What's your yeah? Answer that first, and then I gotta follow up.
Lizards is gonna be my favorite song from Fish. That's gonna be my go-to song. What's the use? I don't know. What's the use?
Whatever you want.
It's a
What's your
song.
workout vibe?
It's
Like
a
your
song.
That's
song
what I was
vibe.
gonna ask. What's your like typical like
I know
playlist
this
vibe?
answer, but that's cool.
Well, I
Were
don't.
you gonna say the
And these people
pursuit
don't.
of happiness?
What's your workout vibe?
Do you play a lot of Fish?
Not when I work out.
Okay.
And not
In
in my
your
classes
classes.
either. No.
Okay.
Neither.
Neither.
No.
What's your vibe? Are you like
Yoga, like obviously yoga
Yeah.
tunes. When I work out, it's like a lot of probably dated music. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's gonna be Pursuit of Happiness. And like I have a lot of like fun remixes, but you're gonna definitely know my age when you come
When
into
you
my
come.
classes.
okay?
But
I
it's
love that,
good.
though.
It's like
yeah.
it's different. I feel like you not because of your
Oh,
age
it's
or
fun.
anything. It's like
yeah.
it's just like
But you're not gonna hear like
unexpectedly like joyful.
you're
like
not gonna hear
the-
like Odessa or whatever his name is.
You will in mine.
there.
Correct. I don't know those. I'm old. I'm old as shit.
You're not.
You're
Dream
not.
celebrity to take one of your classes.
Alive or dead.
Whoever you want.
No one in the world has had
Fish.
follow-up questions
Fish.
quite like Sam has. Everyone else just answers. Sam's like,
Okay.
what are the details? Where are
Give me
we?
the stipulations.
What's the temperature outside? What era are we in? Like,
Alive is Mike Tomlin, and dead is definitely Whitney. It's always Whitney.
it's always
Oh,
Whitney.
It's always Whitney.
always
I'd be in that
Whitney.
class too.
It's always Whitney.
Your spirit animal.
Dragons.
Well, that one was quick.
She didn't even think.
Oh my god,
They
that's
exist.
hilarious. If you could open a studio anywhere in the world, where would it be?
1229 North Branch, Chicago, Illinois. We the people, come see it.
There it is.
Yes.
Done and done.
Favorite, well, all right, leave us with a good one. Favorite motivational quote or mantra?
So many of them up there.
Did you hear that in the microphone?
That one's really hard. A favorite. There's so many good ones, and there's so many things that I'm passionate about. But I'll leave you with better together forever and ever.
Love that.
Love that.
Love that. Well, we kind of talked about what's coming up, but do you have any classes coming up that people can come
Also,
to?
where do you, aside from We the People, where do you currently teach as well? So
I
people
teach
can
at
find you.
Midtown. They're excellent. I teach at Chicago Athletic Clubs. They're amazing. I've been there for like 15 years. I teach at Yodega. We're in Logan Square. Please come check them out.
They're
Kara
awesome.
is so great.
Such a
She's
beautiful
phenomenal.
studio.
Please come over there. And I also teach downtown at Ina, and they're amazing and so collaborative and
Gorgeous studio,
fantastic. And
too.
that's gorgeous too. Then I teach at We the People first Friday, every first Friday, 6 a.m. That's my time. I'm
Love a 6
I'm a
a.m..
big 6 a.m. girly.
Oh,
I have a
me
good
too.
6 a.m. following. So it's called the first Friday of every month. And then I do events at We the People throughout the month as well. So like I said, I have my Dragon Rider event. We're going to be doing some more coming up, ones that I'm super excited about. So yeah.
So where can people find information about all these classes and We the People?
First and foremost, please follow us on our Instagram, which is We the People Shy. And that is not for We the People. That is for you to support fitness instructors. And that is my main goal, is for you to support the people who literally come and support you on a daily basis and give you everything that they have, and be there for them and show up for them like they show up for you. And, that's the first step, is that we are better together. So We the People Shy is my Instagram.
And you post all your events on there too, just
I
for
post
people.
everybody's events. Anytime I post people's, you don't even have to have
She'll
an
also
event
be
at We
like,
the
why
People.
didn't you tag me? Tag me, please, so I can repost.
I will yell at you for not tagging me if you're a member because I want to give you visibility. And again, we are better together. But you guys, I post things that are not even happening at We the People. Ask wellness for everyone. Ask strength in the city. Ask alter community and I love Fourth Yoga Studio, Eleanor.
Yeah.
She's amazing too. Like,
she is awesome.
So you can find all kinds of events too on that.
Yeah. So like I'll post anything basically that anyone tags me. And so tag me in your post. We are better together. I will share for you. I will help you get any word out. That's what it's all about. You can also go to the website, which is WTPFS.com. And then under about
WeThePeopleFitnessStudio.com.
Yeah, the first letter of each word. WTPFS.com, correct. And you can see everybody's like classes. So if you go like about We the People, it says upcoming classes. You click on upcoming classes. Then there's a link on like that schedule that will take you directly to the class link. So like it's going to go directly to Jordan's Avicii
May he rest
class.
in peace.
May he rest in peace. Part A. And like it'll link you directly with that class and that instructor. So all of the income that goes to these classes goes directly to the fitness instructor, not through We the People. It's directly in support of them.
Also, it is 1229 North Branch Street, but it's free parking, which is awesome on the street.
What if
amazing.
someone wants to host an event with you? How do they set that up?
You can either find me on the website and contact me there, or you could do Sam at WTPFS.com. It's a really crazy long email. Intricate.
It's not. It's
intricate.
Easy. It's easy.
Sam.
Amazing.
You've said it a lot, but you really, truly are the cheerleader that many fitness instructors don't know they need and do need. And you've really opened up
or
a
just
space
people in general. I will say you
Yeah.
have, since day one when you found out that we were doing this, you have been like in our DMs hyping us up and all that stuff. So you're not just like fitness based hype.
You're
are
not
all
someone
hype.
who also just like talks.
You are good
actually
people
do,
hype.
And
Yeah.
You guys, taking action. Taking action is the most important thing that you can possibly do. Even if it's in the wrong direction, you'll find your way.
Yeah,
and you'll
at least you're moving.
You're gonna go somewhere. Like, take action, and that's the number one thing that people have said to me as becoming an entrepreneur is it's one foot in front of the other every single day. Some days you're gonna fail. Some days you're gonna succeed. You're gonna learn either way. But as long as you keep going, it's never the end.
Which is interesting because I actually was going to say what's one thing you'd leave people with, but you
just
did it
did.
without me even asking.
I have too many things to leave people with. you want this week's quote?
No, you truly are a gem. And
You
I'm
are, yes.
honestly so excited that you built this space. And
I'm
Taylor
excited
and
to see
I-
what you won't tell us is coming.
Yeah, and Taylor and I too. We'll have to do something there too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. But as always, definitely check out Sam. Her personal is SMG Yoga on Instagram. We the People Shy, WTPFS.com. We are Girl, Everything's Fine. The girls are fine on Instagram. Check us out. Keep listening. And as always, Sam, thank you so much for being here. You are a joy. And we'll leave everybody with our one quote, which you say it all the time. We say, girl, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
And if it's not fine,
You make it fine.
Yep.
it's not fine. It will be. You can worry about it then. What's my favorite Bill Maher quote? Remember?
No, say it.
Everything's going to be fine. And if it's not fine, then you can worry about it then. But there's no point of ruining right now.
Yeah.
True. There we go.